Hey, I'm here with Buster the Bulldog. He's such a dude. And we're working a little bit on his heel work. So heel work is different to loose lead walking. Heel work is where we expect the dog to give us eye contact whilst walking in the heel position. It's not a natural behaviour for a dog, or for any living being really, to walk forwards whilst not looking ahead of them. So there's several things that we can do to help complement what we're trying to teach. One of those being feeding them in the heel position whilst they're looking up at us, like so. Make sure you can see him. Good. To encourage him to have his head up whilst he's in that heel position. Good. Good. Good boy. And starting to lure him forward, walk forward, and expecting him to look at us. Okay. So, wait, one of the things I'm going to start doing more with him now, I'm going to go further back, and then I'm going to say his name. When I say his name, I'm going to expect him to look at me and give me eye contact. The moment he does, I'm going to mark it as correct, yes, and reward. So I'm going to do that first. Okay, here we go. Yes. Buster. Yes. Buster. Yes. Okay. What I'm then going to start doing is using our duration marker of good as a keep going marker to show him what you're doing is correct. Continue to do so, and reinforcement is going to come at some point. No. Good boy. So at the moment I'm going to say his name. When he looks at me, I'm then going to mark it as good and expect him to continue looking up at me whilst we're walking. Just going to do one step at a time to start with. Okay, let's go. I then want to start making longer and longer spaces in between the times that I have to say good, and give him continued verbal support. Let's go. Good boy. Good. Faster. Good. Good boy. Good. Yes. Okay. Currently, I've got the food and the lead held in front of me. Okay, I want to start phasing that out. So I'm then going to start having the food behind my back, the lead in one hand, and popping the reinforcement across my body to him. Good boy. Good. Yes. So that the dog is not so reliant on me having this as a visual cue for them to heel with me. Good job, buddy. No. Good job. Reward placement can be a really important thing with dogs. If you find that your dog is lagging behind, then you want to move the point of your reinforcement further forward. If you find that your dog is creeping further forward, you want to move your reinforcement placement to further back, and then you can start to tweak it as and when. If you have a dog that is crabbing, so they're expecting the food coming from this hand, so they're kind of crabbing around you, so their head is kind of swerving this way and their back end's popping out slightly, you want to then move your reward placement to kind of a sweeping motion. So I'll show you an example of that now. So if the dog is creeping ahead, yes, you want to start moving your reinforcement out here. Okay, over and over again, so the dog starts to predict the reinforcement coming from over here, and then we can start tweaking it and neatening it up later on. Okay, reward placement can really make or break our healing, and we can tweak a lot of issues by where we choose to give the reinforcement. Good boy. Good job. We can also walk our dog with their head up. Yes. Okay, just to strengthen those neck muscles so that they're better able to are you bored? Better able to hold their neck up for extended periods of time. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit more of that with him. Let's go. Good boy. Good boy. Good. Yes. Just going to take this lead off and do it a bit without the lead as well. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Ideally, I want to be marking the moment that he's actually looking at my eyes rather than looking to my hands for food, but that's all part of the process. Initially, the dog will be looking for where the reinforcement is, where the food is. It's your job then to capture that single moment in time where the dog breaks eye contact from the food and then looks up to your eyes. Okay, the moment the dog does that, yes, reward. Okay, good boy. Okay, so we're just going to do some playing fetch now. That's it from me and my pal Buster. Good boy. Okay, he'll work.